Country music superstar Blake Shelton, who is known for donning cowboy hats, has never been bashful about his passion for delicious food or his relationship with his wife, Gwen Stefani. With a series of no.1 hits, a long term as a coach on The Voice, and a laid-back Oklahoma charm, Shelton's life appears to be a perfect fit for simple pleasures. He is 49 years old. However, in a recent interview with People magazine, he revealed the one dish that Stefani prepares that has him hooked for life: her handmade lasagna. It was his confession that sparked a frenzy where followers posted their own recipes and swooned over the couple's marital bliss. "I'd eat it every day if I could," he said. This revelation provides a view into the private lives of one of the most beloved power couples in the music industry. Their love story combines the glitz of Hollywood with the comforts of the home of the average person. Fans were attracted by Shelton and Stefani's chemistry, which was developed through shared pain and mutual respect throughout their time on the set of The Voice in 2015. This was the beginning of their romantic relationship. By the year 2020, they had tied the knot and were living in two different environments: a vast ranch in Oklahoma and a modern home in Los Angeles. Her life together is a mixture of contrasts. Shelton, the meat and potatoes rural boy who quits about his simple palate, and Stefani, who is 56 years old and the frontwoman of No Doubt. Stefani has a punk rock edge and a talent for vegan meals. However, it is in the kitchen that their worlds converge, and Stefani's lasagna has become the meal that most exemplifies their home. Shelton emphasizes that the lasagna is a labor of love in his description of it. The recipe was passed down to Stefani by her grandmother, who was an Italian-American who grew up in a close-knit family in Anaheim, California. Layers of hand-rolled pasta, marinara that has been cooked for a long time, creamy ricotta, and a mixture of mozzarella and Parmesan cheese are baked until they are bubbling and golden. This dish is a classic that does not take any shortcuts. People magazine quoted Shelton as saying, "It's like a hug in a pan. The fact that Gwen pours her heart into it is something that I can taste." Stefani's three sons, Kingston, Zuma, and Apollo, who are all from her former marriage to Gavin Rossdale, are also with it, and they frequently ask for it to be served at family dinners. He is not the only one who is obsessed with it. The cuisine's enchantment is found in the nuances of the dish. Stefani, who describes herself as a foodie with a healthy twist, makes adjustments to the recipe in order to strike a balance between her commitment to well-being and her desire to indulge. To make the sauce, she uses organic tomatoes. She incorporates zucchini that has been finely chopped for additional nutrients, and she chooses to use less cheese than is typically called for in traditional recipes. "I want it to feel good, not heavy," she said in a feature article that was published in 2024 in Bon Appetit. Shelton, on the other hand, is convinced by the sentimental value of the experience. He remarked, "It brings back memories of Sunday dinners when I was a kid. The exception is that Gwen's is superior to anything I had when I was a child." It is in their Oklahoma kitchen, which is a rustic chic setting with exposed beams and a big island, where the lasagna is brought to life. While Shelton plays the role of sous chef, Stefani takes leadership of the situation. She is frequently seen wearing one of her distinctive red lipsticks and a vintage apron. Shelton is shown slicing vegetables with an exaggerated clumsiness or stealing samples of sauce. During an appearance on The Kelly Clarkson Show, Stefani teased viewers by saying, "He's useless with a knife, but I keep him around for moral support." These are the times in which the relationship of the couple shines through, with Shelton's quirky humor providing a balance to Stefani's concentrated precision. Clips of their culinary sessions, which were uploaded on Stefani's Instagram stories, have garnered thousands of likes, indicating that fans have devoured these. As a representation of their blended family, the lasagna has become a symbol. Shelton, who has taken on the role of stepfather with enthusiasm, frequently attributes the gathering of everyone to Stefani's culinary creations. Dinners at the ranch are often boisterous, with the boys arguing toppings. Zuma is a fan of pepperoni, while Apollo prefers plain cheese, and Shelton strumming his guitar after each meal. His statement to People was, "It's not just food. We are seated together without our phones, and we are just conversing. To have that for the rest of my life." Fans are receptive to this emotion, as evidenced by the rush of such as Blake and Gwen vibes, which are used to a coaster of inventiveness. Shelton released his 13th studio album, titled Backroad Ballads, in 2025. The album reached the 3rd spot on the Billboard country charts on its debut. While everything was going on, Stefani returned with no doubt for a concert at Coachella and released a solo track called Spark Again, which brought together elements of pop and reggae. Despite the fact that their careers keep them busy, Shelton with his all-red pub chain and Stefani with her GFV beauty line, they place a higher priority on their personal lives. Dinners consisting of lasagna, which are frequently accompanied with Shelton's preferred red wine or Stefani's kombucha, serve as a routine that helps them feel more grounded. In addition, the dish demonstrates their capacity to combine their respective worlds. While Stefani, who has a strong affinity for country living, tends to their garden, she plants tomatoes, which she then uses to make her sauce. In his role as a carnivore, Shelton was successful in persuading her to include a meaty version that included Italian sausage for special occasions. During an appearance on Jimmy Kimmel Live, he made a joke like, "I'm not vegan, but Gwen's got me eating more green stuff." A balance of give and take, anchored in love, is reflected in their partnership, which is reflected in their compromise, which consists of her healthy modifications and his hearty preferences. Despite the hoopla, not everyone is convinced. Blake probably just likes it because it's free food, some users said, expressing their skepticism regarding the domesticity of notable celebrities. Some people speculated about personal chefs and questioned whether or not Stefani actually puts together meals. However, many who are close to the couple, such as Kelly Clarkson, who is also a co-star on The Voice, attest to the authenticity of the relationship. Clarkson stated on her show that Gwen was currently working in the kitchen with her sleeves rolled up. Blake is not lying, he is completely obsessed. A significant number of skeptics are put at ease by the couple's openness, which includes sharing recipes and recording candid home videos. As a result of the lasagna's popularity, a brief cultural moment has occurred. Following Shelton's interview with People, followers began a Gwen lasagna challenge where they shared their thoughts and opinions regarding the meal. As a response, Stefani created a video lesson in which she walked viewers through her recipe. In the background, Shelton taste tested the dish and gave it a 10 out of 10, indicating that he liked it very much. In the vicinity of their ranch in Oklahoma, there has been an increase in the number of orders for lasagna, and one of the local eateries has added Gwen's special to their menu. Even Ree Drummond, a friend of Shelton's known as the Pioneer Woman, shared her own riff and attributed it to Stefani's influence. Despite the fact that they have hectic lives, the lasagna continues to be a reliable option. During the holidays, when Stefani's extended family comes to visit, and on calm nights when it's just the two of them, it is there for them to use without interruption. When asked by Vogue, Stefani stated, "It's not about the food. The significance of what it means is that we are working together to create something." For Shelton, the answer is quite straightforward. "If I could eat Gwen's lasagna for the rest of my life, I would be content. Their love, much like the meal, is deep, multi-layered, and constructed to last, demonstrating that even the most famous people can find happiness in the most ordinary of things."